Hello again, this is Daniel Rostan from Tenerife in Canary Islands. We are going to talk about how to take the power over. We have an example now. This Tunisia, the president had to flee the country, and now the government is formed by different people. The same thing is going on in Egypt. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but we have to know something, that there is a new revolution in the world. The revolution is the knowledge revolution. And it means that people now know things. Before, they didn't know everything because, newspapers, TVs and politicians and powerful people, they were telling you what they wanted you to believe, and there wasn't any check and balance. You didn't know if they were saying the truth or not. Thanks to internet, now people know things. Now people can compare. Now people can share knowledge. You see, so there is a new world, and that new world is called internet. And what is the internet? Internet is really our awareness, our consciousness that is becoming one. Okay, so we are projecting it outside, and that's what internet is. It's like one thinking for the whole world. And how we can take the power over? Well, first of all, things are going to change by nature because of the revolution of knowledge, thanks to internet. But we have to know something. Politicians, the way they handle power is very old. You can trace it back to 7,000 years ago. They base their power on your ignorance. You see, you have to be ignorant. You have to be a sheep so they can control you. And that's what they want. So if we want to take power over, I think we will take power over thanks to revolution of knowledge. It will happen. What happened in Tunisia, what is happening in Egypt, it will spread to some other parts of the world. But we have to be really, really clear about what power is. Power, the real power, is not what politicians have told us is. Like, you can control things. No. Real power is a feeling. It's a feeling of powerfulness that you feel here. Once you have that feeling, then you feel that things are okay. Because things are okay inside of yourself. So, we need different kind of people to create the new world we are requesting. You see, we are asking politicians, please change. We are asking businessmen, the owners of the industries, please, give us a better salary. You see, they're ripping us. They're ripping us. They're taking our pensions away. 20% of our pensions is gone now. And before we had to wait 15 years to get the pension, now we need to have 25 years to get the pension. So what are they doing? They're stealing everything from us. Because that's the old way. That's what they want. That's what is power for them. To control us, to keep us poor, to keep us ignorant. But that has to change. And how can it change? Well, we must take power over. How? We must have our own political parties. We must have our own companies with a different mentality. If we have our own political parties, it's not to go to Congress and fight against the other ones. No. It's to go to Congress and try to make everything one. Or at least help other people to create other parties so we can be one. Because we're one, So politicians don't see each other as one. They're not, the new politicians must be spiritual. And when I mean spiritual, I don't mean going to church. I mean to have that feeling of oneness with me and for the rest of people. I don't want to step on people's dignity as a politician. I don't want to step on people's dignity as a businessman. So if we must have political parties, is to make society better. If we have companies, is to make society better. So people can make money, and then we can try to prove, or we can prove that we can do things much better than them, because we are one. You see? So power is not, using the armed forces against people. They won't be able to do it, because power is not anymore the, how do you say, guns are the muscles, okay, made into iron. Okay, so that was intelligence before. Violence was the intelligence, you see, because violence was power. Okay, they copied the muscles into machines. Okay, so cannons and bullets and all that stuff was power. Not anymore. Power is now intelligence. Power is now oneness. Power is now real spirituality, what I call genetical spirituality, which makes us feel that we are all one. It's not anymore the power of the arms that people say, I'm strong and now I have the power. Like Chavez, like Fidel Castro, like Bush, like Obama, that they keep the power because they have the guns. If you try to take their power away, they use their guns against you. So that's power for them. For me, that's not power. For me, power is intelligence. For me, power is knowledge. And now, if we have it, we must be the change for society. We must take power over. Like they're doing in Egypt, like they're doing in Tunisia. We're going to do the same thing in Spain. We're going to do the same thing in Europe. We're going to do the same thing in America and other countries of the world. We must take power over. I wouldn't go on violence. I wouldn't do that. You see, but some people want to do that. Fine, that's okay. But we must take over with political parties. We must take over with companies. There is enough wealth in this world to share. All the people on the world fit in the city of Los Angeles if you put them all together. So there is enough world for every one of us, and there is enough intelligence so we can do things in a way that everybody at least lives with dignity and peace. So I'm requesting your help in this case, because I want to do the same thing here in Spain. I want to start the trend. I want to create a political party. In this case, it's difficult because there are only, the real powers, two big political parties and small political parties, but they won't let you in, okay? But if we have that different mentality, if we have knowledge of ourselves and knowledge of the world, we must take power over. So I must repeat it. We must take power over. We must have our own political parties. And those political parties do not have to respond to bankers. Those political parties do not have to respond to corporations. Those political parties have to respond to the dignity and the peace of each one of us. The trend must be started. Thank you very much for your time. See you later.